People in glass houses should not throw stones, and the ZiBBZ need you to know that. Should we talk about it? Let's do this! Yes, Switzerland is calling, and they are sending a song with an anti-bullying message. This is all about leading your life on your terms. Don't let those stones get in your way. Kick them to the side and keep on slaying. I love this message. Very inspirational, delivered by a woman with lots of beauty, lots of charisma, and a really interesting voice. She's feminine yet gravelly. You know, she's strong, and yet there's just a bit of delicateness, whatever the word is. She's managing to straddle so many things. I love that her brother is also her instrumentalist. They're working together. You feel that harmony on the stage. They look great together, as if they came out of the same womb, and indeed they did. Loving the harmony. The song for me is good for Switzerland, but it's not necessarily memorable for Eurovision. Do you know what I mean, though? I think Switzerland has made great strides. I thought their staging was good in the national selection, but the song is just a little flat. I feel like it's quite repetitive. I feel like for a song that's rocky, like pop rocky, independent pop rocky, it's not thrusting enough. I need more thrust for a song that's playing in this genre. So yeah, it's a bit middling for me.
I mean, I disagree with you. I hated the national final staging. That whole random 80s triangle thing, I just don't get like that as an anti-bullying message. I'm just like, triangles, the answer to bullying. I don't think that's the solution. Like, talk about a glow up. The revamp has done this song such a world of good, which the Swiss actually, to be fair, are pretty good at taking their like average middling song and making it into a more compelling package. I agree, it is in the middle of the pack for me. It's not one of this year's standouts. But surprisingly, I feel with semi-final one being the bloodbath that it is, I would kind of be surprised if Switzerland don't qualify. I feel pretty certain they're going to do well. It's the only song of its kind. She has a great live vocal. They just need to fix the performance, because at the moment it's a bit weird. I actually think the revamp has given it much more variation as a song. Yeah, just the performance was not good, and it is one of the middling ones, because that's not like a big standout moment to it. It's not at the same level for me as some other stuff, but I like it.
I do think that the revamp has given it that kind of bit of an extra attack, because obviously, you know, it is an anti-bullying song, but it has that powerful message, and I prefer this kind of way of putting the message across than to Italy, which is another song we've already covered, and I said, you know, that was too aggressive for me. This just kind of gets that level about right. I mean, again, it's Switzerland, so naturally I am going to love Switzerland, apparently. But no, I think that she's really good. She's kind of got that Amandine Bourgeois kind of thing to her voice, you know, how she had that kind of gravel, but I prefer this, although as much as I did love L'Enfer et Moi. But no, I think this is really good, actually. I think that it is a good step for Switzerland. Obviously, they're in semi-final one, which does create a lot of issues for many countries, but they are late on, which I think might be okay for them. And, you know, if they get the staging right, I think that they can elevate what they had in Switzerland, because I think that was a very good base, but they're in a small TV studio. You don't have a lot to work with. I do think that there is a lot of potential here, but it does always feel like with Switzerland, we get to this point and we say there's potential for them to grow and to do this, and then we get to Eurovision and then it does slightly fall down. You know, Time Bell, we thought they were going to do really well. We thought they would be the qualifiers, and then...
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I was never really into that.
Okay, well, maybe this is just my personal love for the country that's coming through, but no, I do think that she has the potential to do really well. Her vocals weren't 100% in the Swiss national final, which is a concern, but we will be seeing them at London Eurovision, at Amsterdam, so we'll see where it goes from there. The revamp might have just helped quell those fears a little, so we'll see.
Yeah, in their favor, there is nothing like this, as you pointed out. It stands on its own. However, I just don't know if this genre is one that European voters like. These types of songs are somewhat forgettable.
Because also they have been based in America for so long.
Yes.
You do worry that maybe it's leaning that way a little bit as well.
And I feel like it progresses in a linear way without enough, I don't know, production variation to make it interesting. In any event, let's go around and give our scores and our final thoughts. I'll kick this off. I'm giving it a 5 because for me it sits very middle of the road. All of those points go to the lead singer being so amazing, stunning, great voice, unique. I just wish their product kind of lived up to her potential and her talent.
It's a 5 out of 10 from me as well. I think the revamp did this song the world of good. The national final performance was weird, so they have to fix that because it's just odd. And yeah, I mean, it's middle of the road. I think, to be fair, Switzerland has made such a rise. I mean, literally, this is a country 2 years ago that sent Rika. This is a world.
I loved Rika.
I loved that at the time.
It came last in the semi-final.
Yeah.
Trust and
Last of our
believe.
kind.
Yeah, 5 out of 10. But having said that, and the fact that I do actually kind of like the song of me, it's like I think it can qualify. I am cautiously optimistic about Switzerland making it out of the semi of death.
I'm giving it a 6.5. I do like. I think that Ko is very good as a performer. She's very engaging on camera, and I do think that they have got that kind of like you can see the chemistry when they interact with each other on stage, and I think that voters might appreciate that. And also, it's accessible to juries, so it has that kind of thing where I don't think it'll do that well if it does make out of the semi-final, but I think that this could be sort of the dark horse to make it, and maybe knock something from that first half out, like a Bulgaria, like Czech Republic, or something like that, and cause a bit of a shock. These are just like, I think the ones on the bubble maybe a bit more, or Belgium, somebody like that.
There are, of course, dozens of Wiwi jurors all over the world, and they also have given scores, and the overall global average is 6.5. Wow, that's actually surprisingly high.
Perfect. I predicted it.
But, you know, interestingly, I think in the scoring there weren't many 9s and 10s. I think many people gave a middling score, and so your average ends up being the same. And what matters is getting those high scores, because that's what would lead to a vote at Eurovision. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you throwing stones? Have you been hit by some stones? Does this message, or does this song rather, give you armor to fight those stones? Let us know here on Wiwi Blogs.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel, like the video, and hit the notification tab.
I was about to say something about being stoned then. Leave a comment down below, hit the like button, follow us on social media, go to wiwibloggs.com. Yes, thank you.
We will see you later. Bye!